I will explain about the NWC format file. How we can able to create one Revit files to NWC format like Navis work. Okay, right. So first of all, as usual, I can go to create one model. So first of all, we have to find out the walls. So I can create my model. Okay. So because we need the model to convert to NWC. So we need the model. So I can just creating like that. Okay. So wall is done, floor is done. So after that, I can go back to my ceiling plan. In the ceiling plan, so I can go to choose ceiling 600 by 600 and I can fix it here. Okay. Again, I can go back to here. So here, I can go to choose one more wall like partition wall. Okay. So it's unconnected to 2600. Okay. That is a ceiling level. So I can just create that wall like this. So this is a partition I created. So as usual, I can go back to my door. So this is these two doors. I can fix it somewhere here. And after that, I can go to find out my single doors. So I can go to find out my 3D. Okay, so this is my model I created. After that, I can go back to my slab. So I can create the slab. Okay, so go to structure, go to choose the slab. So I can go back to around 200 offset to choose. Okay, so I have to put attached it with wall. So I can go back to my. So this is a sample model I created. Okay, the sample model I created. Uh, okay, so I can go back to my level 1 and level 0 also I did, right? Okay, so after that, here, okay, I have to convert this one to now, so 3D view. So I already create that one 3D view. It's okay. Now I can go back to my 3D view. I can create the duplicate view. Okay, so here I can rename this one like NWC ARC. Okay, so if you want, you can go to find out your view template and you can create as per your wish what are the templates you have to use it. So now this practice, I can just go for 3D model and I create the duplicate. After that, you can go to find out in the file. You can go to export and you can find out the NWC. Okay. So in the NWC, you can create the name project ARC. It's mean architectural M3 like. Okay. So this is under this folder. I can just save it, but don't forget you have to keep it on NWC format and you can go for. So before that, you can go for the settings. Okay. The NW settings. Here's I will explain to you later, but you can go to select these things which one you needed or something. Okay, so this is a setting, so you can just find out first. But this practice, so just I wanted to let you know how you can able to convert this one to NWC. Okay, right. So just I already saved this file. Now it's exporting to NWC format, right? Okay. Now I can go back to my Navis Work Manager. Okay. So in the Navis we have a three files format, one NWF, NWD, and NWC. Okay. I will explain these three later. So I can go back to my appendant and I can choose. You remember, I create the file. So here it's showing NWF. So it's not showing here. So you can select the NWC file. So now you can find out your project file here. So you can able to open. So after that, what will happen? So you can able to see your file here. Okay. So after that, you can able to use like section and everything you can able to find out here. Okay. So for example, I can go to find out my viewpoint. Here I can go to find out the section. So you can here you can able to find out the box. So here you can select your sections like this. Okay. So here you can see, for example, you need the measurement from here. You can go to review. So here you can find out the measure. You can go to the point, point to point. You can able to check it. See how much the height of the ceiling. See, for example, you can go to find out here to here. Okay, the points you can find out, right? So, at the same time, if you need to create any commands, you can able to create. So, this is the language. We have so many options here. So, I can go back to uh, my home page. Okay, again, I can go to viewpoint and I can just select. Now can go find. Okay. So now I converted this one to NWC. Okay. So I convert this one to NWC. See, for example, I can go to the clashes. Okay. So if you want to see any clashes from model, but we have only one model. Okay. So at least we need the another model. But anyway, the learning process, I can just create for the test. So I can go to choose ARC test versus we can go for we have electrical or mechanical or plumbing, we can go to find out. Now I can just go for ARC and I can choose here. I can go to level one, I can go to choose the wall, and here I can go to find out the doors or ceiling. Okay, see for example. So I can just go for the clashes. Here we cannot able to find the clashes because there is zero clashes. Okay. So like this way you can able to find your clashes. So why we have to create the NWC? Because we can able to go to see some clashes in the bottom. Okay. So this is the way we can able to use it. See, for example, now I can go back to here. Okay. So I can close this one. Okay, I can close this one. Right? I can close the project now. Again, I can go back to new. Right? In the new, I can find out the uh, electrical template. Okay. So in the electrical template, first of all, I can go back to my insert to link the Revit file. You remember which one we did in the architecture. Okay, so this is my architecture file. So I will keep it the position is center to center. Okay, so I can open that one. So this is my link file. Okay, yeah. I can go back to my power plan. Okay, in the power, I can go to find out my system to create the cable tray. Okay, in the cable tray, so I can keep it that middle elevation 2750. Okay, anyway, so I'll leave it like that. So I can go for some clashes. So I can just create the cable tray, and after that, here I can go back to uh, I can type around 2500. So for example, because my ceiling height is 2600. So I can able to show you how this it will be working on, correct? Okay. So I connected up to here. Okay. This is my uh, cable tray. So I can just go for my 3D. So this is my cable tray I create. Okay. Right. Now I can go back to my visibility graphics and I can remove the project A architectural. Okay. I can go back to my uh, 3D view to right click, duplicate, okay, NWC electrical. Okay. I can duplicate this one, rename NWC electric. Okay. Right. Now I can go back to here, export NWC. I can select to rename it like NWC file electric. Right. So I can save it. So now it's exported. Now I can go back to my Navis, choose the electrical NWC file. I can open it. Okay, right. So you can go to choose your selection tree. So now you have a two files. Okay. So if you want, you can go to find out uh, the viewpoint to go to section. You can go to find out this one. So you can find out the section. So you can able to see this one. This is clashes with your ceiling. Okay, right. Now I can go back to my home and I can go to find out the clashes. I can create the clashes, the name ARCVSELE. It's been electrical. So I can choose the architecture and an electrical file. The tolerance, I leave it like this tolerance thickness. So I can go for run test. So now you can able to see the run test, how it will be reflected to our model. So this is the way we have to create NWC files to make the clashes. Okay. Thank you so much.